What really went wrong? I want to bring in some MPs. Again, we did ask for the federal government to get their response. No one was made available to us. Nobody from the federal government made available to respond to the Auditor General's report. We did see the Minister of Health and the Minister of Procurement respond in a press conference, not available here. But don't worry, we've got MPs here, and that won't stop us from getting some accountability. The opposition MPs are here. James Cummings is the Conservative Party's COVID-19 economic recovery critic, and Rachel Blaney is the NDP's deputy critic for Crown Indigenous Relations and Indigenous Services. Again, the government was unable to provide an MP for this panel. Mr. Cummings, what do you make of the fact that the National Strategic Stockpile issues was plagued with so many faults that Canada was frankly left unprepared to provide emergency PPE equipment to the provinces and territories at the beginning of the pandemic?
Well, thank you for having me on your show, Evan. And the Auditor General was clear that we were ill prepared. And if you look at the timelines on this, that the great concern is that the World Health Organization in January 30th declared that there's a public health emergency. Then you roll the clock forward, and by March 3rd, they've determined that there'll be a lack of PPE. So if you look at those dates, and then it was by the bulk procurement started by March 12th. So one of the first things that you have to look at is why so slow? Why were we reacting in a fashion so slow? So that's one of the issues. The other one that's clear is that the management of data, which in Canada, with the resources that we have, the availability of data experts, that we couldn't manage the data on this file is extraordinary. And so that's definitely an area that gives me great concern that there wasn't appropriate data and not even enough data for the Auditor General to be able to do a deep dive into where the issues were.
No, the Auditor General just said they couldn't even get the data. Although I do wish, frankly, that the audit actually went there anyway. The auditors have an enormous amount of time and power to actually get some data to give us a little more detail on that. But let me bring in Ms. Blaney on this. The Auditor General found that Canada was ill prepared. Now, to be fair, that the stockpile had diminished over years, but they'd been in power at this time for over 5 years. The systems were just not in place. What's your takeaway?
Well, I think it's very concerning that there wasn't the stockpile that should have been there. And what we see clearly from the AG is that there was a plan that it wasn't implemented, and that for over 10 years, they just kept not making sure to follow that plan and make sure that that stockpile was there. And what I think of, Evan, when I think of that is I actually think of the very beginning of the pandemic. And I'm sure you, like every other Canadian, stood in their neighborhood at 7 o'clock in the evening, honking a horn, banging a pan, saying, thank you so much to all of the frontline healthcare workers that are out there every day fighting this pandemic while we're trying to stay home and be safe. And at the same time that we were saying thank you, they were not provided the PPE that they needed to do their job in a safe way. So this really points how weak this government has been at making sure that those stockpiles are there, because the whole point is we don't know when a pandemic is coming. We don't know when a health emergency is coming. That's why it's so imperative that the public health agency have those stockpiles ready.
Right. Mr. Cummings, look, government in power bears responsibility. Government in power is the accountable. But I got to be candid. The Auditor General wasn't kind to the last Conservative government, saying that the agency ignored internal audits dating back to 2010 under the Conservative government, ignored audits to do this going back to 2013. Maybe you have some insight. So there's a Liberal government that ignored this, left us the Canadians unprepared, and a Conservative government too. Like, what's going on in government that they're all ignoring audits telling them the emergency stockpile is not ready, and nothing happens, and then we're walloped by a pandemic? Any insight into that?
Well, that doesn't take away from the issue. The real core issue here is that it became apparent that we're going to have a health crisis, and the reaction that the government had was slow, and they're slow to the mark. And it still doesn't take away from where is the relationship with the suppliers. So where have we built relationships with suppliers so that when you run into a situation where you're going to have an increase in demand, that you're prepared and you're contractually prepared.
Right.
So those are some of the things you have to look at. And in addition to that, the management of the inventory. So if you've got stale dated inventory, where was the management to ensure that you could move that inventory out, or even donate that inventory if it's going to go stale? At least someone can use it for its intended use. You know, no government's perfect. I understand that. I get that. But in this case, it looks to me that they moved incredibly slow, given that they knew something was coming down the pipe.
Now, I want this to be clear to our viewers. You know, I'm talking about Mr. Cummings from the former Conservative government, because there's no Liberal on the panel that I can put this to. Okay, so we asked for a Liberal member. I would like to hold them accountable for this. But so, you know, it's not like I'm trying to pick on anybody, but there's two governments here that didn't do it. I'll read from the report, Ms. Blaney, so you can. The Public Health Agency of Canada did not fully deal with findings on the National Emergency Strategic Stockpile from the agency's 2010, 2013 internal audits, despite commitment to do so. These findings remain relevant today. They point to a lack of systems and practices need to properly manage and operate the federal stockpile. Two governments in a row failed to do this. Canadians now have to then overpay and scramble to get PPE. Now, they say that this is fixed. I guess my question is, they were supposed to say it was fixed in 2010. It wasn't. They were supposed to say it was fixed in 2013. It wasn't. Why the heck should Canadians think it's going to be fixed in time for the next pandemic?
Well, and I think that is the basis of the question, is how do we know when there's continuous audit? We have more than one government, Conservatives and then the Liberals, nothing changes. Where are those systems? And where is the accountability to Canadians that those systems are going to be fixed? And you would hope that today in this panel, we would actually have a Liberal here being able to say, look, we've got this report, here's some of the steps that we're going to be taking to make sure that this never happens again. And cost is key as well. When you buy something, you're going to spend what you need to get it. And we were in that situation. So we had frontline working their butts off without the appropriate resources to do their work. And at the same time, a government in a crisis having to pay even more just because they wouldn't listen to the audits before.
Listen, I really appreciate both Ms. Blaney and Mr. Cummings coming on the program today. Again, we wish we had all the parties represented so we could have a more fulsome discussion and some accountability on this. But I really do appreciate both of you coming on the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My pleasure.